let's get started. So, for the most part, now I was in your comms for this, so I know that there was a lack that once you hit checkpoint 3, coordination just fell apart. Like everyone was playing rushed, there was no clear shot calling, and watching your play in particular, there are a lot of moments where you didn't seem to know what you should be doing.
Right. Yeah, that
So
happens.
hopefully this so hopefully this session will help fix that. Now I get that shot calling is a huge can be a huge deal, especially for DPS players who are the most prone to tunnel vision, but you still need to know what you should be doing at all times. You can't rely on a shot caller to tell you that because even shot callers can fuck up or
Hmm.
or just not be there, especially at our level, our non-pro level. Um, so I'll start by just telling you the general rule about Genji, and some of this is more specific to team play, some of it can be transfer over to comp. But the general rule about Genji in a dive comp is you want to be in a position where when Winston says, "Okay, I'm diving X here in 2-1," that you are ready to dive when he says so. Otherwise, if he's not diving, you need to be relatively close to your team or in a safe position that you can safely poke. And then when the target is low, you can either call and have your tank say, "Okay, I'm going to dive in," or be like, "Anna low, let's diver." Or you have to do it yourself. Get them low from a distance by poking and then dive in to secure the kill. And make sure when you dive in that you have your deflect up
Mm.
because you're going to need it. You're going to need it. Um, with dash, you generally want to use it for damage, of course. Especially on targets that are hard to hit, because even if you don't kill them, 50 damage is 1/4, yeah, 25% of their health, of a 200 HP target's health.
Right.
And it's pretty easy to hit. So that's actually pretty big. So if they're like below half health or just not at full health and you get a dash on them, just say target low and see if anyone can shoot them. Um, when it comes to facing pharmacy, because there was a bit of pharmacy in this vid, you want to you want to leave that to your teammates. Genji doesn't need to worry about pharmacy. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just a massive waste of your time, and it diverts your attention away from things that you should be targeting. Genji's not meant to deal with pharmacy. The best you can do is, as I said, dash the Mercy and be like, "Mercy, I tagged Mercy," or something like that. So the team knows to target her because she's not at full health.
Okay.
Any questions so far?
No, it makes sense.
Alrighty, 1 second. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get started then. Let me pull up my notes. Okay, let's get started.
Honestly, we're just focusing
I'm
on
going to skip
coordination
ahead to
here,
when
so
the match actually
we're
starts.
focusing
If you see anything
right
that you'd
now,
like to ask
basically.
about, or you see
So
anything that
we're
you
doing medium
think
pharmacy
um,
question mark.
I should talk about, don't hesitate to
They have a Winston.
ask.
Someone's on the roof. I think,
Yeah,
above us.
Winston and Diva are on the roof.
I'm checking right side flank.
On cart.
You're on roof. You're on roof.
I need heals on cart.
Ooh, I'm low.
Diva point,
Diva point.
Nice.
She's half. One else. Chase the Diva. Chase the Diva. Diva's really low. I'm on the Diva.
I need heals real quick. I'm on the right ledge.
Alright, Diva on a mech. Nice. Just leave her. Just leave her.
No, kill it.
I know, but she can't do anything while she's out of the back.
She's gonna get it back.
There's
so.
a Reaper
Let's
up
get her,
top.
let's
Reaper
get
up
her.
top. Got him. Reaper no Ray. Ooh, they got
I'm diving.
Reaper one.
Get Zen.
Dive Zen, dive Zen. Come on, Zen. Lucio.
Monkey next. Monkey next.
Tracer cart.
Monkey's out. Let's get Tracer.
Come on him.
She's weak.
Got her. Good job. Nice.
One thing that I found funny about all of this is that you were doing more shot calling than Wither was.
Yeah, I don't know if I should be or not. Like I just do it instinctively though.
Yeah, I meant to say soldier.
I mean, if it helps Wither actually shot call, since he's Winston and he should be, since he's committing to the team fight, then yes, I would let him. But if he's not, it's okay to step up. Because if he's not doing it, someone has to.
Stop playing on your screen, is it?
No, I paused it.
Okay.
I need heals.
Yeah, I was a bit distracted.
I'm gonna try and jump the.
Oh my god.
Got Diva out of mech, but I'm gonna die here.
Oh, Wither.
Ah.
What's Nano at?
Tracer's
Nice.
Hey, I want to go
I
up
have
top. Can you
Nano.
nano me?
Yes.
Nice! What? Race. Sorry.
This is embarrassing. I hate this part.
Ingrain it in your brain. You didn't have Winston, and your whole team was behind you. And Anna, she's not Zenyatta, so she actually has to shoot you to heal you.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I didn't mention. You didn't always pay much attention to the fact that Rose is Anna, so she has to actually shoot you. And that means she has to get, like when you're diving the backline, you can forget about Anna healing you. Just forget it. You either have to move back to her or hope that Lucio is diving with you, which most likely he won't be because he should be peeling for Anna,
Mm-hmm.
and that he's going to heal you. For the most part, you're on your own when it comes to healing. You got to make sure you have an idea of where the nearest health packs are. Those are your best friends.
Right.
Like people say, oh, pros, they don't really use health packs. No,
Yeah.
that's not true. You need to know where they are so you have an escape route when things get hairy. Because your healers aren't always going to be saving you, especially Nana, who actually have to aim to shoot you. And if there's a Winston up her ass, you can forget about it. She's not healing you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get that loud. I can't. I'm literally.
I don't know how I'm sorry.
I have Diva Bomb.
Lucio up here. I'm dancing with Lucio. They're getting high ground. We gotta come up here.
They're going high ground right now.
I'm up.
Alright, I'm up here. I'm on soldier. I'm sorry, I don't make it.
I'm still on cart.
They're dropping.
Would have been nice to have that dash, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I debate on whether or not I should use it to get back to fights or not sometimes. Stuff like that makes me wish I didn't.
I mean, your best bet is to get a kill so it resets, but 8 seconds is still a long time. In game sense. In game terms, yeah, 8 seconds is a long time. So, just stick to wall climbing. Like, if you're not ready, just say, hey, Winston, I'm not ready. Don't dive yet.
I'm on cart.
And then he'll wait.
Tracer,
Like the enemy, they're not going anywhere. They have to defend the point. So,
this game is.
Kill Diva.
Tracer's still behind.
Tracer behind.
Diva's one.
Tracer's backed off.
Vice drop top.
No, it's not.
He's-
I'm bad.
Nice.
Tracer's
Diva's one. Diva out of mech.
I'm
Get
not
the
with
Diva.
you guys.
Diva one. This Diva. Push up.
1 second, let me take a bite of my ramen.
Oh my god.
Can you guys hear the fireworks?
No.
okay. Now here's when things get ugly.
Hear my fireworks?
Don't worry, we'll get through it.
Fireworks? Can't do it.
Oh.
Keep that high ground, Genji. Oh no, I got dashed on. This Genji.
What is it? Zen, Lucio up top, either by themselves. Never mind, Zen dropped.
Winston low.
He's out. I need heals. Thank you.
Okay,
I have
they're
nano.
gonna have
Winston in our back.
Winston
Winston in our
behind.
We
back.
have Nano
This
Blade
diva,
right here.
diva
They have
low,
Pete.
diva low.
Okay. Do you see what happened there?
Kind of, not really.
Okay. So basically, you were frontlining. Winston was to your left, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was basically 1v1ing Winston, which we know he shouldn't be. But even though he shouldn't have been doing what he was doing, you shouldn't have been up in the front anyway, because of what I said earlier about Anna needing to heal you.
Right.
Like, you'll notice a couple times in this vid, you're like, I need healing, and then you jump right back in. Like I said again, like being up in the high ground where you were a couple seconds ago, that was fine, as long as Anna can see you and heal you. Like, you need to be able to poke, and then if Winston isn't doing what he needs to be, step up and say, okay, Zen low, let's dive him. Zen low, high ground, let's dive him. Something like that.
Diva low.
I'm done.
Shoot this diva. She's one.
Die. I thought you died.
Hey, I'm coming back with
Oh,
me.
this is Zen.
This Zen.
Nice, Zen just
stuck.
died. We can. Shit. Tracy's
Lucio
on-
needs one.
Tracy's on
Tracer's still
card.
point. Oh, the Lucio.
She recalled. She's on card still.
I need heals in this little bottom room. Ah.
I'm coming back. Please save.
Okay. Honestly, considering Tracer's hitbox, you're better off just going left clicks.
Yeah.
It may be slower, but it's more accurate.
Diva's. No, she's not.
I'm just gonna bait the Zen ult with my blade. Cause he's has it. We can nano monkey after, or something like that.
Okay.
Well, then they'll use Sunbird.
Yeah, so I think we already baited it. Yeah, they already used time, but they blew it in spawn. I think
Diva,
you
Diva.
found- Go.
I'm 12 HP.
There's
fuck.
Diva on the
I'm
left.
sorry.
She's low. Okay.
That death was basically the same thing as what happened at 450.
Mm-hmm.
You were up front when Winston wasn't there, you took too much poke, and Diva finished you off. That was it.
Okay, well, Breaker. Check out Breaker. Dire.
And it's actually even worse here because you have your ultimate now. You don't even need to be poking anymore. Like, I know poke, it builds your charge, but if you already have it, you don't have to play as risky anymore.
That's true.
They bladed. Dire get out. We'll just repush. We have 3 minutes. We'll nano blade in.
They'll have tac visor soon too.
Tengu spectating. Yeah, I saw that.
I have Diva Ball.
They got soldier high ground again.
We have 4 ultimates.
I'm just
Alright,
gonna
yeah,
go.
Let's jump high
What?
ground instantly when we get.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Are you still baiting trans?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright,
Let's
there's
go.
Zenyatta up high. I'm jumping
Beating
on.
on.
Oh, we baited Zenyatta ult.
Diva on point.
Nice. How are you always jumping in?
Practice the
Okay,
Diva
get the
spot.
Zenyatta. Nice. Alright. Genji low in the back too.
On point.
Wait, there's someone on point. Oh.
Got the Genji. Soldier coming back. Ah.
I still have
Wow,
nano.
I'd smash Torb so hard. Winston. Oh,
He's primal.
Lucio
Just
behind.
charge your ult on him. Charge your ult on him.
Get that Lucio. Soldiers.
this Lucio's targeting you so hard.
Yeah.
We're gonna beat this.
They're anti on cart.
We should nano monkey here.
The Genji one.
I have primal.
Where are you?
Don't primal.
How am
Just
I
stay
getting
regular.
burst so quickly?
Here's Genji behind. Get the Genji. Genji one. Nano. Genji dead.
Nice. Yeah. Let's go in. Let's go in. Help our monkey.
Speeding in.
Diva's almost out of mech.
I can sword after this.
Oh no, I'm dead.
Keep a bomb behind us.
Need to pull back for a second.
The Genji one.
I have primal.
Where are you?
Targeting you so hard.
Yeah.
Okay, pay attention to what you do here.
They're anti on cart.
We should nano monkey here.
The Genji one.
I have primal.
Where are you?
Don't primal.
How
Just
am I
stay
getting
regular.
burst so quickly?
Here's Genji behind. Get the Genji. Genji.
Like, what did you accomplish doing that?
Not much. A little bit of ult charge, that's about it.
Yeah, a bit of ult charge. You also could have gotten ult charge if you had dedicated yourself to one target. In this case, the Zenyatta.
Right.
Since Winston isn't diving as well as he should be, you needed to pick one target and just kill it. Like, say you dove in, and the soldier had rocketed you because you were discorded. That could have killed you. Like, make sure if you're gonna go in, you can kill the target you're going after. Oh shit! There we go.
Let's go in. Let's go. Help our monkey.
Speeding in, speeding in.
Diva's almost out of mech.
I can sword after this.
Oh no, I'm dead.
Bomb behind us.
I got boosted.
Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second. Okay, Anna shouldn't have used her nano boost there. She could have given it to you for nano blade. Like, if you know Anna has nano, just be like, hey, I've got blade. Let's do nano blade. Like nano Winston, it's not the most efficient use of nano boost, especially since he isn't really diving targets he should be diving after anyway.
I didn't know she nanoed there actually.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should make sure when you've got Nano on your team, make sure to ask her, hey, you got Nano? Or keep an eye on how long she's got, or keep an eye on when she has Nano, or just ask her, because Nano Blade's pretty strong.
Oh, the Zen. He's won. See the Zen dash him.
We're all dead.
Shouldn't have even done it
You
there.
guys died while I was doing it.
Yep.
I
even
knew
though-
I knew the Anna died. I should have just not done it.
Yeah,
after
like
knowing that.
a few seconds ago, you were doing more of the shoot everything trap that a lot of DPS players fall into, and then you used blade when you didn't need to. Like, you need to be more aware of when you're using ultimates. Just like when we had that session with pharmacy.
Right.
Pay attention before you ult. Think of what can counter you, and think of, will my team actually benefit from me ulting? Because if I recall correctly, let me pull it back. I think 2 people died when you finally naded. Used your blade. Why do I keep saying naded? Yeah, Anna died, Winston died,
Zen. He's won.
and then Tracer died. That's half your
See the
team
Zen
gone
dash him.
before you finally bladed. It's always better to save the ult and have it for the next fight than to use it and it be a waste. Because if your team can't benefit from you ulting, then there's no point in doing it.
Scoop up. Got a minute 40. Low on health. Oh, you must.
Because I ran out of the thing.
Let's jump platform.
Top right.
Up top. Yep. This Genji. I got jumped in.
Oh no, she ate it.
We want to avoid.
We want to avoid what? What are you talking about?
Small spaces.
Yes, that's what I like to hear. I thought that's what you were going to say, but you didn't finish it. You just rolled
I mean,
along
we
with
we
it.
were already in there. It was.
Yeah, you're
That's what
already
I
in there.
figured.
Shot caller was like, okay, we're in there. So I mean, I don't fault you for not challenging it, because that just confuses comms. But yeah, you guys shouldn't have been up there. Like, Diva's matrixing. Even if Winston and you both dive, there's no way Anna's gonna heal you. Not as long as she's in between them. In between you guys.
Not like this.
I got trans out of Zen. I'm dead though. That's good. Just get out.
Nice, nice, nice. I'm gonna switch to a soldier here.
I have Diva Bomb again. Oh.
I'm fine.
Okay, we have a minute. I have Diva Bomb.
We're just gonna go right side. Go right side upstairs. Come on.
I don't know. I mean,
We should try something else because
we
that's
should
Yeah,
just
yeah,
jump
let's
platform
go.
or dive. We don't want to fight in that small room.
Go main and jump up top.
I need
I'll
heals
make
real quick,
right
thank you.
Alright, 3,
you
2,
fade out
1,
that
jumping up
Winston
top.
wall.
Speeding. Genji's right side. Just thrower. Genji's beside me.
Oh, man.
Oh, I got Diva.
That
out of
Poor Winston. He didn't make that jump. I admit I kind of chuckled when I first saw that. No. Dashing in through the entire team without the support of your Winston, and knowing Anna isn't going to be able to heal you. Well, maybe you didn't know, but regardless, you could have died right there,
Yeah.
especially if you were discorded. So pay attention to those. For the rest of this part, then I'll just play it out. Then you can see it.
No, I didn't. What?
Zen dead?
Oh,
I got lost. Fuck me. Alright, we have one more
Yep,
try.
even knew you got lost.
Get out.
Like,
Spicy, Lucio.
if you feel like, okay, like, when everyone's died and you need to reset, just be like, okay, guys, I have no idea what I should be doing. Like, that way, if you say that, I'm willing to bet that your team could be like, okay, let's slow down for a second and figure out what we need to do. Because even if you spend time figuring out what you need to do, wasting team fights uses up more time.
Okay, Genji. Mulligan and Mia are on your right
I
side.
believe this is the last push. Yep, this is the last push.
Push them off the high ground, come the direction. Come on. Good. So their Genji's probably gonna be sitting in this hallway right here.
Nah, he's not.
I'm beating.
Yeah, these.
Diva's anti.
Still a little salty that last swipe didn't hit.
Wait,
Genji ult behind.
Yeah.
He's one.
He's 1.
Dragon Blade is weird. Melee weapons are weird.
Both the sports are dead.
Doomfist is going to be a...
Trying to live
Oh
this.
my goodness, I don't want to think about it.
Zen's behind. He's low. Trying to survive that. Man, it was a good try. They really put up a fight.
This is partially my fault because of just me not killing anything.
They got the ult economy on us.
The only other thing I
Just to
could
really-
possibly say about that is,
last engage was
if you're going to
our
alt
first
into a,
amount of point.
alt and Lucio uses sound barrier, you might as well keep slicing at the target you want to kill.
Like, we had
'cause
the ult economy.
Sound barrier isn't going to save them from multiple Dragon Blades,
No.
Dragon Blade swipes.
I mean,
It just isn't.
Ryan can work, but
Ryan can work,
Right.
but I'd
we
rather
haven't
us
run
just keep.
Ryan in like 5 years.
Yeah, I'd
but-
rather us just keep running dive because that's what we're trying to learn.
What are you playing, Race?
Good news is, on defense, there really isn't that much to say. But we're going to watch
I think
together
we'll say
anyway.
Genji, 'cause, if in case he does pull out Hanzo again.
Yeah, no,
Games.
How much time? 30
But Zen and it would
seconds.
be-
Alrighty. Now,
Yeah, but like,
hang on, let me pause here. Okay, now dive defense. It's a bit trickier, but it's generally the same as dive offense. Dive the enemy team before they dive you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. But if you're not diving and you're just playing Genji because you want to play Genji on offense, same thing as before. Poke a target when it's low, dive in, secure the kill, and dash out. Pretty straightforward.
same
Right.
time, Ana has no mobility, so she can't. Like
That's
she's
true,
just
but
a sitting duck when you dive her.
Yeah.
Like when she throws her nade in her
Wonton up
sleep.
top.
oh,
There's
Widow.
There's the Widow
oh,
pick.
there's Pharah too.
Can we drop?
We have
Drop.
no bits can do. We
Back
have
up,
no.
back up, back up, back up.
They're
Can
really
we back engage into this? Engage back up
No,
top.
Race, you're the only one up there.
Widow's main. Yeah, I need heals. Thanks.
Coming back.
Nice.
Mercy's on cart.
I need heals. Then why did you dive back in?
I saw that I could kill her.
Yeah. Luckily you did. That's could have gone either way, especially against Froze Widow.
Mhm.
The other thing I would say is, hang on, let me pull it back. Yeah. 12,
Back up,
19.
back up.
They're
Can we
Right
back
here.
engage into
You
this?
know they got a Widow.
No, Race, you're the only one up there.
Your
Widow is-
deflect was down, and you were still peeking her.
Mhm.
Don't do that.
Main. Yeah.
She can. You may be Genji, but a good Widow can still one-shot you.
Nice.
Mercy's on cart.
Where's this diva? No, I mean,
Winston low on cart.
Yeah, he jumped off.
What? I'm lagging. What is this? Winston's. Oh no.
I'm bullying the fair at the moment.
I
Where's
can
his
heal you.
hat? Never mind.
Just Pharah Mercy on that top.
Wow, he almost
Back
killed
up,
me with a
back
jump shot.
Yes, she did. You knew they had a Widow, and what did you do?
I
Where's
can
his
heal you.
hat? Never mind.
Wait for it.
Pharah Mercy on that top.
You stood still. You are lucky he didn't kill you.
Wow, he almost killed me with a jump shot.
Nice. We're gonna push top right.
Moto's main, careful.
Pharah Mercy, top right.
Any heals cart?
Stop jumping around like
There's a
oh,
widow, there's a
Widow's
widow on the
right, Widow's
Yeah.
right.
You can even hear Diamond's frustration.
He's got primal.
Even behind us, Yums.
Winston left. I died.
Back.
Diva D-Mac. There or something.
Okay, now here's from this point onward, there's a whole lot of focusing pharmacy when you shouldn't be. Like, you're not going to kill pharmacy unless you land all 3 shuriken headshots and a dash. I mean, or 6 shurikens and then dash. And that has to be on the mercy. You can forget about killing Pharah as Genji. It's never going to happen. Not unless you get a really good Dragon Blade.
There or something.
I have blade.
Man, I got.
There's 2 in this room on the left.
I know, I'm going after them. I can block that.
Wow, they solo ulted you, Q-tip.
I have 3 health.
That feel.
We can push. We can do this. We have blade and beat. We can beat.
I have 3 health. You should have ran away.
Yeah.
Was your dash? No, use your dash to hit the Pharah, didn't
In
you?
this room on the left.
Yeah, I think I
I
did.
know, I'm going after them. I can block that.
Wow, they solo ulted
Yep,
you.
you did. The only way that would have worked is if you had landed all 3 headshots and then the dash. But even then, that's still risky because Mercy's healing her.
You Q-tip.
I have 3 health.
That feel.
We can push. We can do this. We have blade and beat. We can beat into sit stall. and
I
then
can
come back to
primal.
blade.
I can primal.
There's a
Tracer. I don't think we should.
Oh,
Don't
no.
use
I
any
thought you were
ults.
still on it.
No, we lost you
I was
guys.
trying to survive.
There's a tracer behind.
Yeah, they switch off with the tracer now.
Speed out, speed out, speed out.
Man, I need big heals though.
I have
Oh, this tracer.
Tracer and Winston are.
There's a Winston behind.
Oh, nice.
Let's go high ground.
Richard, 1 health. Where's it?
Can you see me, Anna? No. fuck.
Yeah.
Tell me when you can get a nano on me.
Diamond, you should be going up
Are
top.
you
You
gonna-
should be going up top.
I might.
I know, I thought he wanted to nano now.
I was under the impression she was coming up the stairs
Tracer and bank. Tracer
Oh,
and bank.
what
that whole time.
Oh, I'm coming around that one spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tracer's still in bank. She's on me, I'm dead.
Like, you guys are just getting picked off one by one. You're not really grouped up at all. And Wither can't really dive without
We're all dead.
the support of his team. And even if he does, there's no guarantee Anna's going to heal him. Especially if Lucio dies with you.
Go right side in the bank.
We're
Right
giving
side in
them
the
too
bank.
much time though. They still have 3 minutes.
They're gonna get
Or-
it.
You're gonna get it, yeah. Oh my gosh,
I'm
full
on.
top.
Are you Nana? Oh my
This
god.
Winston. Actually, never mind.
Back it on
Oh, there's the Bucio line.
Yeah, don't nano me. Nano monkey.
I'm primaling.
Oh man, you didn't even realize she nanoed
Yeah.
the Lucio.
Yeah, that I didn't notice it because I didn't hear it, so I thought she didn't see me or something.
Yeah, just another instance of Anna. I have Blade. Like at the beginning, you guys were like, "They're gonna get it." I believe that was Diamond who said that. And then you could have, if you were gonna dash in, or even just before that, you could have been like, "Hey Anna, I've got Blade. Do you have nano?" If she says yes, then I would have been okay with you blading there, especially since Lucio, both Lucios use their sound barriers. But yeah, it's just a matter of patience. Just
Mhm.
wait for the right moment
Even low.
and try and get your Anna to work with you.
Bar dead.
They're
Where's
rezzing,
it?
they're rezzing, they're rezzing.
Where is she?
They solo res Farah.
3 HP.
Left.
Winston's left.
I'm locking the Farah.
Run away.
I was still
Maybe
on
neither.
court. You
Yeah.
got on court?
No.
There was a health pack right behind you too.
Yep.
That small 75.
Yeah.
It might not have saved you, but every bit counts.
Great.
Yeah.
Alrighty, now for the
Everyone's so
soldier
split
pick.
up, Like we've got.
Well, no, we're grouped up. It's just no one's calling out. Like,
Only problem
She's
with the
stuck
soldier
in
pick
again.
is you did the same thing you did on Eichenwald.
There's nothing
You
can
focused
do.
the Farah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Don't take high ground with the soldier.
Like Farah has nothing to fear from you as long as Mercy is at her side.
Tracer over here on the
Not
left.
unless you land like a
my
shitload of
gosh.
headshots,
Where's on the left?
Oh
which is
my
really
They're
hard
all
to
in
do.
their spawn.
Yeah, they're just spawn camping. I mean, I'm just feeding ult at this point.
Wow, fuck.
You also shouldn't have even been up there.
Yeah.
That was a terrible ult. I don't even know why I did that.
Still think I should swap to Ryan.
I'm on cart. Where are you guys?
Lucio's anted.
Is that Iris? Nope. Is it even on our base?
There's
Okay.
there's different voice lines for every ult. I was kind of surprised I didn't know that. It was their Diva Bomb.
How close is our
Far one,
blind?
far one, far dead.
Okay, that was not a very good healing biofield drop. Like, let me check the kill feed real fast. Yeah, Lucio, he was still alive. Yeah, Lucio, he was still alive, so,
Far dead.
and so was Anna, so he should have moved towards her. Did you see that when Winston was attacking her?
Mm-hmm.
Like, right here, if you had moved towards the corner and dropped your biofield there, then you, Lucio, and Anna could have stood your ground and fought off the Winston. Like, biofield isn't just for you. Use it for Lucio and the other support that you are peeling for, because not only does it help keep all of you alive a bit longer, it also gives you ult charge, a lot more ult charge, especially since you have an Anna who has a nano or a bio nade that boosts your ult charge even more when you heal people.
Close is our
Far one,
blind.
far one, far dead.
I'm not
beating
close 'cause
Lucio
I'm about to
anti.
die. Diva's still in the back line.
Lucio's one. Nice.
Keep it
Call
back, keep it back.
targets, call targets, call targets.
I have
Tracer,
nano.
Maybe Diva.
I'm dead.
Tracer recall.
Maybe Diva.
Far, far, far.
And ah,
I think that fight,
Tracer
since I was so
far.
close to ult, I probably could have just asked for a nano.
Do I have time to get high ground? No, fuck.
I mean,
I don't know.
I wouldn't have asked for it, especially since. Wait, did you demech Diva before you died?
I don't remember.
Yes, you did. Wait, no, you didn't. Tracer did after you died, so I don't think it would have
I
mattered.
have a heal station on. I'm on Farah.
It's only you and Diva. It's only you and Diva.
I'm about to die. Tracer's all over me.
trying to stall.
At this point, you guys are just trickling super
I
hard.
have visor if you guys can stop.
Right.
And I will say that you did land a lot of shots on Farah. It just would have been better if you landed them on Mercy.
Yeah,
Mercy's
probably.
background, we're not contesting.
I don't know why
Go up when I'm
it makes sense to shoot the Mercy.
I'm still on.
It's most likely a force of habit because you did the same thing in Eichenwald in our last vid. So you just got to pay a bit more attention. Like
There's a tracer.
sometimes people have a bad habit of playing on autopilot where they're not really thinking about what they're doing. Like try and make everything you do a decision. That way you're not playing on autopilot and you know exactly what you should be doing.
I'm on.
They're not even on.
Get on point.
I'm trying to get to Mercy. Ugh.
I
Alright, I'm gonna
contested
swap to
that
May.
forever.
GG. Oh,
Oh,
no.
nice.
We're still on. Just keep
Alright,
stalling.
we have stall now.
They're antied.
I don't even ice block.
Freezing Divas, freezing
Honestly, May wasn't a good pick here. Like May's whole shtick is the
Lucio
wall,
cart, Lucio cart half.
especially since they nerfed her ult charge on the Blizzard. And Dive doesn't really give a shit about walls.
Got the Diva, got the Diva.
So
Please.
That's crazy.
you were better off just staying soldier, especially since you can actually sprint.
Oh, they got off. Lost.
I mean, you knew you were going slow because you were hopping so much.
Yeah.
I wonder if I say anything after this
That
part.
was honestly like good play on almost
I don't remember how much I kept in.
both sides.
It was like play the game and then the end, the last card.
We weren't concentrated, we weren't talking.
No, no, no. I mean like just for the most part, not like.
Well, considering our Anna was dead half the game on defense.
Yeah.
I can get it.
I'm glad you didn't buy into the whole. I mean, both sides did good thing. Like, no, that didn't happen.
Suck. I don't know how to counter that.
You gotta be like, Diva or Defense Matrix eats Diva Bomb, so we have to like.
Well, this is when I was like.
Yeah, I know. Just
walking
okay.
Oh, and I meant to ask about that. Why did you just stop moving there after that played?
Little bit too cocky.
Scrims, no real high stakes, but still, it's the little things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see here.
Yeah, I didn't keep in there your comments. I don't think. If you did,
That's fine. It's fine. Okay, so to recap, targeting, pick a target, poke it from long range, dive in for the kill. That generally applies to solo queue or if you're playing Genji without a dive comp. If you are playing in a dive comp, have Winston call to target and dive it. If Winston isn't calling targets, then you need to step up and say so. If not you, then somebody. Pick a target and kill it. Ult management. Be patient with your ults. Just like with the Pharah, Barrage, Dragon Blade is also an easy ultimate to fuck up, even if you get kills. Be patient with it. You've used blades and attack visor. Many of times they were ill-timed. Pay attention to those. Now, the only other thing I would say is pay attention to your own team, right? Like if Winston isn't diving targets, you need to say, hey, Winston, you need to start diving targets. Anna, she's fighting a Winston. She's fighting dive comp with Winston Diva as the main tanks. There is no way she is going to be able to heal you if you are in the backline. It's not going to happen. So you need to be aware of the health packs you can escape to, and you need to be aware that Anna just isn't going to be able to heal you. You're pretty much on your own. And that is it. Do you have any questions?
I'm not gonna think of right now.
Alrighty. Well then, in that case, you can just DM me if you have any questions. You can just DM me if you have any questions. So, yeah, that's it.
Okay.